Welcome back. Today we'll dive into Dwight Howard's dramatic NBA career. Drafted first overall in 2004, Dwight quickly dominated as the league's premier center. He won accolades and led the Magic to the 2009 finals, but scandal and team changes soon marred his meteoric rise. In addition to repeatedly forcing his way off teams, Dwight was embroiled in controversies about his personal life, including rumors about relationships with trans women that prompted backlash amid the NBA's macho culture and raised questions about his sexuality. Today we'll analyze the key moments that marked Dwight's sensational emergence, perplexing downfall, and everything in between. Let's get started. Before he was Superman, Dwight Howard grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Dwight Howard is lucky to be alive. Before he was born, his mother went through 7 miscarriages. So before Dwight could even walk, his mother knew he was special. In 8th grade, he stood at just 5'10". But because he was lean and agile, he actually played the point guard position. Then, in the blink of an eye, he hit a huge growth spurt that moved him closer to the basket. Dwight grew to 6'10". With supreme agility and incredible leaping ability, Dwight swatted shots with ease and owned the glass against overmatched opponents. He chose to skip college and enter the 2004 draft, drawing lofty comparisons to legends like Bill Russell for his intensity on the boards and extraordinary defensive potential. The Orlando Magic took Dwight first overall, hoping his raw, freakish talents would translate to NBA stardom. The Magic were quickly rewarded for picking Dwight. He pumped in 12 points and 10 rebounds and became the youngest player ever to average a double-double for the season. But he was just getting started. In the offseason, he never left the gym, and it showed. Dwight looked like he fell into an ocean of protein, and he added 20 pounds of muscle. Dwight also electrified crowds with thunderous dunks and rejections, showcasing skills never before seen from a 19-year-old big man. His extraordinary combination of size, strength, quickness, and leaping ability made him a force on both ends. Dwight's scoring and rebounding numbers improved dramatically over the next 3 seasons. He earned 3 straight All-Star nods from 2007 to 2009, emerging as one of the league's brightest young stars. But Dwight also developed into an elite defender, leading the NBA in blocks and rebounds. He won the first of 3 straight Defensive Player of the Year awards in 2009. His incredible athletic dunks and swooping rejections soon earned him the mythical Superman nickname. In just 5 short years, Dwight had transformed from a raw prospect into a bona fide NBA superstar. In 2009, the Magic had the best defense in the NBA, and their main strategy was to funnel everybody in the paint. Dwight ruled supreme. Nobody could outpower Howard, outjump him, and only the fastest point guard could outrun him. Dwight finally carried the Magic back to championship glory. He averaged a 20-point, 14-rebound double-double en route to sweeping MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and first-team All-NBA honors. Though Orlando ultimately lost to the Lakers in the finals, the future still seemed extremely bright for Orlando and their superstar center the next season. His epic clashes with Kobe highlighted a worthy rivalry for NBA supremacy. With his freakish gifts and skills still improving, Dwight looked poised to battle the likes of LeBron and Kobe for titles over the next decade. But at just 23 years old, he would shockingly never reach the final stage again. The Magic won 59 games again, but despite a formidable performance from Dwight, they would lose in the conference finals to the Celtics in the 2011 season. Dwight averaged a career-high 23 points per game, along with 14 rebounds and 2.5 blocks. He became the first player in NBA history to win the Defensive Player of the Year 3 times in a row. Howard also finished second in MVP voting behind Derrick Rose. But despite the gaudy numbers and individual awards, it was becoming clear that Dwight is not a leader. His body language, and he wasn't mad if the team underperformed as long as he got his numbers. During his Orlando peak, rumors swirled about Dwight's sexuality and alleged relationships with transgender women. This prompted backlash amid the NBA's machismo culture. Dwight struggled to address the speculation about his preferences as the league's Superman. The tension between his public persona and unconventional romantic life added complexity to his dramatic career. Trouble began brewing when Dwight mysteriously waived his early termination contract option before the playoffs. For the next year, Dwight flip-flopped on his Magic future, demanding management make upgrades one week, then pledging long-term loyalty to Orlando the next. This drama divided and damaged the Magic locker room, Despite ultimately resigning in 2012, the writing was on the wall. Dwight wanted out of Orlando. That summer, Dwight finally forced his way out, fracturing relationships with coaches, teammates, and fans during his drawn-out, drama-filled Orlando exit. In August 2012, he finally got his wish, a blockbuster 4-team trade to the LA Lakers. But joining aging ball-dominant stars like Kobe, Nash, and Gasol, Dwight struggled from the outset. Hampered by injuries and lack of chemistry, the Lakers imploded, getting swept in the first round. Dwight especially clashed with Kobe's intense leadership style and wilted under the Hollywood spotlight. After just one miserable season, Dwight spurned Kobe and the Lakers, choosing to chase the spotlight in Houston instead. Once again, Superman had burned bridges on his way out of town. Despite strong numbers initially in Houston alongside James Harden, history soon repeated itself. Dwight quickly grew frustrated about touches and clashed repeatedly with management. After 3 tumultuous seasons, the Rockets finally cut ties with Howard, sick of the persistent drama and deteriorating relationship. From Houston, Dwight's career unraveled further with brief, unsuccessful stints in Atlanta, Charlotte, and Washington. While Dwight could still pour in double-doubles, his effort and interest fluctuated wildly. Once nicknamed Superman, Dwight's reputation morphed into that of a locker room cancer. By 2018, he was practically unemployable after disastrous runs in Washington and Memphis. Just when it looked bleakest, Dwight got one more NBA chance with the Lakers in 2019. Finally accepting a reduced role, he thrived as a rebounder, rim runner, and defender behind Anthony Davis and LeBron. Shedding past drama, Dwight focused on defense and dirty work. This blue-collar approach culminated in the 2020 championship, his first title at age 34. Though a shadow of his former self, Dwight's Lakers redemption showed major personal growth. So, how will fans remember Dwight Howard's extraordinary yet perplexing career? His undeniable talents were often overshadowed by forced exits and locker room rifts. Statistically, Dwight will go down as one of the most prolific centers ever. He'll rank top 10 all-time in rebounds and blocks, a testament to his unmatched athletic gifts. But Dwight's failure to lift his teammates or sacrifice for the greater good will forever limit his legacy. His playoff resume pales in comparison to rivals like Tim Duncan and Shaq. At his peak, Dwight had the skills to rival LeBron as the face of the league, but immaturity and ego prevented him from becoming a revered legend. He will be remembered for empty regular season stats and shrinking in big moments.